First and foremost, I want to give all honor, praises, and glory to the Most High Yahweh, also the true Holy Black Messiah, the King of Kings, royalty himself, Yahweh Shah, Amashiach. Also the final Father, true Father, one West. This is Fallen Kings coming back at you yet with another lesson. Before I go any farther with this lesson, I want to name the title. The nation of Edom, Esau, Edom, have to experience what we experience. And before I go any farther in this lesson, I also want to mention this lesson is intended to the 12 tribes of Israel, which consists of the so-called blacks, the so-called Native American Indians, and the so-called Native American and Latino descent, and so-called African American. You consist of the 12 tribes of Israel according to biblical history and biblical facts, as well as biblical prophecy according to James chapter 1 verse 1. To you I say shalom. And our brothers and sisters out there and scattered of all the various islands. Once I finish my introduction, so yeah, Esau, Edom, the so-called white man, they have to experience what we experience. Being brought over here in chains, having our identity stricken from us, our heritage, our nationality, stealing all our resources, all our history, put us into slavery, and destroying all the patents that we invented during the time of slavery. Because we had so many inventions, but we didn't get none of the credit from the inventions we created. And on top of all that, they made us to debt slaves. And I'm going to show you that we are more destroyed now than we was in slavery. Because now we don't know who we are. Majority of our people is lost out here. You know? And that's by design. You know, Esau set up things here. And also the Most High allowed it because 2/3 are going to be cut off and die. So we do know that. But at the same time, Esau, he have to experience the atrocities that we experience as a people. And that goes to show you that the so-called white man in Israel today is not the Jews, because they fit none of the curses. How can you be the Jews when you don't fit none of the curses? This is Deuteronomy chapter 28, verse 48. Therefore, this is one of the curses here. Therefore shalt thou serve thy enemies, which the Lord should send thee. If the Lord should send against thee in hunger and thirst, we got to go down for water, like they own all the major water companies. The Sauna is one water company. Just a lot of them. I don't have time to go from different brands, but they own the major water plants. And nakedness, they own all the clothing system. And in the wants of all things, he should put a yoke of iron upon thy neck until he have destroyed thee. So we are more destroyed now than we was into slavery, because now what they did was they made us into debt slaves. We are confined. We are confined to this man. Everything you do, you are billed for. You're being taxed two ways. You are taxed with a social security number. So therefore, you are more damaged than you was when you came over here, because not only is your identity taken away from you, you are attached into a debt slavery system where all credit cards, student loans, all these different things are another form of bondage. This is Obadiah chapter 1 verse 5. If these came to thee and robbers by night, how art thou cut off? Talking about the nation of Edom, which is the so-called white man today. Would they not have stolen till they have enough? So the Bible is telling us that, hey, in the spirit, Obadiah in the spirit is telling us that if a robber came by night, he will leave some grapes. Even when a robber come, an average robber, he will leave something behind. But Esau, Edom, they steal everything, man. I mean, these people got trillions and trillions of dollars, but they want more. They want more and more and more, to the point where you become a debt slave to these people. Would they have not stolen till thou had enough? If the grape gatherers came to thee, would they not left some grapes? Man, they are finished, man. I mean, they have to experience what we are experiencing. This is Numbers chapter 35, verse 33. It says, so ye should not pollute the land where ye are, meaning don't destroy this land. Yahweh and Yahweh Shah is going to destroy this land with the holy angels. So ye should not pollute the land where ye are, for blood have defiled the land, and the land cannot be cleansed of the blood that is shed therein, but by the blood of him that shed it. So this land can't be cleansed unless those people who put us into slavery got to go into slavery. I'm about to get Revelation 13:9 to close it out. So they have to experience what we experience, man. Revelation 13, verse 9 to 10. Before I get this too, I was going over history. I like going over history on my spare time. I found out recently that the slaves, the reason why we was in the conditions that we are currently in now is a lot of these slaves that when we came out, a lot of us didn't come out of there broke. Some of us saved our money and to buy our own freedom. But did you not know Esau stole the banking system from us? Stole the money that we had in our bank account? Look it up. It's called the Freedom Bank. You know? I mean, they used Frederick Douglass and some other Jake. Well, I don't think Frederick Douglass is a Jake, but other Jakes. I don't know. I could be wrong. He could be a Jake. I don't know. But I'm just saying, like, other Jakes and, you know, and other Edomites tried to preserve it, but they couldn't because Edom destroyed it. You look that up. It's called a Freedom Bank, and they wonder why we're impoverished because it's designed that way. Revelation 13, verse 9 to 10. If any man have an ear, let him hear. He that leadeth into captivity shall go into captivity. He that killeth with the sword must be killed with the sword. Here is the patience and the faith of the saints. So yeah, the only way that this is going to be made right, Esau, Edom have to experience the atrocities that we experience and now to this day. I want to give all honor, praise, and glory to the Most High Yahweh, also the true hope that beside the King of Kings, royalty himself, Yahweh Shah, Mashiach, also the final father, true father, went to west. Shalom, Israel.